doesn't keep happening. Yeah, spend some time together with you guys. So, the mute thing, We're gonna be in our chair. I've got blocks. If you have them, I've got straps. If you have them, don't have to have them, just tools of the trade. All right, let me get you guys your block, straps. Think of the word, Julie, you know, you can get it. You can spit it out.
Are you somewhere else in your mind?
Well, always. Transitioning, you know, from one thing to the other. Let's see, there was one other thing I wanted to do.
That's like me during meditation. You know, we all have thoughts that come into our head. For me, Tainted Love, that song, it would not go away.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Why Tainted Love? And I was like, oh, maybe it's because it's fun to dance to.
Yeah.
Oh, so get out of there.
Shelley just got back from a meditation retreat. She can tell you guys about that afterwards. I know where I was going. I was gonna put a little lotion on. Anybody else need a little lotion?
I've been lotioned up for the day. I think.
Had my hands underwater and just working in the yard and so. All right, well, thanks for being here, you four. And I guess we are gonna try. I said, oh, I'm always somewhere else. And that's true, I really have a hard time with meditation. I really do, my mind flutters. And I think the best thing for me is moving meditation, and that is the yoga where I put my breath with my movement, because I know supposedly the true meditation is really nothing's up there, you know, you're just one pointed focus. And I don't know if I'll ever get there to that state of reality or non-reality. But anyways, let's start with some breath and movement. Let's just get going right away. Let's come to the front of your chair. I'm gonna just keep my shoes on because they're really comfy today. And they're cute, like my little, these are Bob's, right? Bob's shoes, yeah, for the dogs. And just have everything being in that kinetic chain, nicely lined up, feet parallel. And that position apart will depend on where our hips are. So if you find that hip bone and just send it on straight down like a line, you would be very symmetrical there, okay? And let's go ahead and lift our arms up just to our shoulders. Reach out, someone's pulling left, someone's pulling right. You feel your heart expanding out. There's no bending into the spine yet. We're just taking those shoulders, separating them with our hands. And that's what I was gonna do, turn my phone off. Go ahead, inhale up. And then pull down into cactus arms, offer heart. And then take your palms out, right at your shoulders, and push away. And turn those palms up again and let someone pull one direction and the other. This time, one side's winning, let it pull you over, 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 over. And then this side's pulling stronger. You feel like you're the rope in the tug of war. Let it pull you, pull you, pull you. Bring yourself back into center. Arms rise to your mobility level. And pull down into cactus, offer heart. Go ahead, bend into your spine for that offering. And then turn the palms out, push away. Palms up, let's change that up a bit. Let's come on over, over, over. Someone's really, really pulling there. This other arm is just going to lift to its mobility level at any angle from shoulder to finger straight up. You find what that is. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. One direction and then the other. And then the top hand comes down. Bring yourself up. Ooh, someone's pulling us over this way. Let us go. Yep, feel that in your waist. And stay leaning over. Just lift one arm up, that opposite arm to wherever it goes. Lengthen any of those angles. Reach one side and up. And inhale, let's bring it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull down into cactus, offer heart, elbows back, shoulders back, heart forward. And then push out through our palms. And then palms up. Let's add on again or make a variation here. Come on over, over, over. This arm in the direction we're leaning comes up more, bicep by your ear, or bend it. Just do something with it rather than just having it on your shoulder. You can bend it, you can lift it up. The other arm's going to follow, and it's just gonna find a little more length, and it can be here in the elbow bend, or it can be in a straight. Yep, and then open up, inhale. Ooh. And let ourselves come over, 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 over. Arm lifts, bicep by the ear, other one lifts straight up, maybe at an angle, maybe like this, maybe like that. Find yourself, biceps maybe squeezing it into your ear. Feel this in your waistline. And inhale. Rise up, pull down into cactus, offer arm, out. And then take wrist down, and let's just do a little bit of pulsing here. Wrists are down, stretching into your fingers with energy there. Feeling heat coming into our arms. This is really good for our triceps, for our biceps, for our forearm muscles. And then take fingers outward and stretch again. And then pull the fingers back, pushing out through your palm. And let's go ahead and just do a little bit of this. And I know Shelley just said, phew, because this looks so simple, right? But it is taking us to a level of working our body and our muscles. We don't have to have all those weights necessarily. And exhale, slowly let those arms come down. Ooh. Let your fingers feel heavy and the arms feel heavy and your back be straight. And just start to come forward with a straight spine. Keep the spine straight. The arms kind of dangle and hang wherever they're going to go. Your spine stays straight as you lower just to wherever you can maintain that straight spine. Press through your feet a bit. One arm comes forward, the other one comes back. Stretch. Now someone's pulling you forward and someone's pulling you back. But you are keeping things centered here. And you're breathing. And then the hands come down. Back stays straight, reversing. Other arm forward, the other arm back. Let yourself be pulled in two directions. Does anybody ever feel that way? Or maybe we're pulled in 360 degrees in directions. Whew. And then take those arms down. Bend into your elbows, lift your body up. And now triceps. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Feel that in our arms. I know I do. And this is important to do because generally we're using that bicep strength more than we are into the triceps. And then let's take those fingers up into a bit of a cactus arm and just a little bit of bouncing through the shoulders here. As you do, feel that in your pecs, just coming in a little bit in towards our breast tissue there. Good, and then take fingers to your head, to the side of your head. Okay, pull the shoulders back to your body's capability, and then take yourself over to one side. Keep pressing down into the opposite sits bone and foot of the side you're leaning. Inhale yourself slowly up. Exhale yourself over in this direction, opening up. Rise on up, inhale. One more time each side, exhale, take it on down. Breathing on up, inhale. And take it down. And then lifting on up here. Let's take one elbow forward, the other one back. Look behind you. Bring yourself back forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. Centered one more time each side. Exhale into that twist. Bring ourselves back. And release in that other direction. And arms out and down. Ooh. Let's take some shoulder rolls there. Let the arms just be heavy and the shoulders do the work. Feel that in my arms. Let's go in the opposite direction. So I'm worried about how do I keep my right arm strong when I can't put a lot of weight on it, but I can do things like that, right? Some isometric things. And let's have one shoulder come up really far into the space of your ear as this other one drops down and we look really like who's that hump guy on somebody at a big old hump guy. And then take that shoulder down. Whew. Take the other one up. Not Posimoto or no. Oh, just lift that arm up, up, up. I am watching some of the newer Star Wars, what do they call those? I don't know, Marks into all that kind of stuff. I finally sat and watched a little bit with them. Pull the shoulders forward, really round, let your head go. You can see how much I like it. I can't remember the name. Lifting up, pull the shoulders back, hard expanse. Just letting our arms kind of be down when we do this form of cow and cat. Instead of having them resting on our legs, we're just letting them hang down. And just keep bringing yourself into this opening with an inhale. And right here into an exhale. You are on your own.
I saw your Reiki friends.
Oh, you did? Oh, were they doing Reiki outside?
No. I just,
At meals, and then sit on up, straight and tall here.
and I was like, you were at the Afro-Mundos celebration. Were you there?
Oh,
With Julie
Oh,
and
yeah,
Laura.
yeah. Okay, that's how Paula, you met. She's our teacher for Reiki. And her sister Maria, I don't know if she was there.
Yeah, with the shorter hair.
Yeah, real pretty.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
so pretty.
Aren't they pretty? And then take one forearm across your thighs. And then Carol, she would have been there. I don't know if you know her. And let's just take this arm and make the circles that your arm or shoulder allow. But Carol was there, yeah. And I'm supposed to have a sweat, a temescal on Sunday night. It's reverse. But I canceled this. The wind was just so horrible. And smoke and all of that. I was hoping tomorrow would be better for the other one I'm supposed to have set up. So hopefully, yes. And then let's switch sides. Go ahead and take the other forearm down. Find your arm around. Maybe just taking it like that, right? Yeah, that's a good move too. Just to kind of let it be fully back. This is what Mark is needing to do more of. And that poor guy, he just got 2 crowns today. Like, what else? You can't breathe, you got asthma, you got your shoulder going on, and let's go get 2 crowns. Okay, then go ahead and reverse that if you haven't. Came home all numb.
Let's see, you could throw in, I can't see in the middle vision of my right eye.
Yeah, and then bring yourself up.
There's so much.
Yeah, but then there's so much we can do. Right?
Yeah,
Like what we're doing
exactly.
right now. All this beautiful movement. All right, let's take the arms back, make a nice straight, strong fingers, and really like you're really puffing out that chest. And then take a look up. Take a few breaths. And then palms turn. So whether they were inward or outward, change that direction so you feel that in your shoulders as well. And then let's take, like we're going to do a butterfly stroke. And both arms come around, lift up onto your toes, and then curl down. Bring yourself back, take yourself to your heels, bring yourself up, heart is expansive, and pull yourself in. Exhale. Getting into the ankles just a bit, 2 more. And into our shoulders a little bit more. All right. And then sitting up, let's take our arms out. Let's cross one arm under the other, make an X. We're not going to go into eagle arms right now. We're just going to bend that underarm. Okay, whichever is underneath, we bend it. And we have our elbows either low or we brought them to wherever they're going to feel like they're comfortable coming out of our shoulder space. We're going to take a look over one shoulder, keeping our arms nestled like they are, feel it in the waist. The feet stay flat on the ground. Come back to center, inhale. And take it on over, exhale. I did call Chris, and but I did get a text back. And then back to center. One more time, one side. And she can come to meditation. Chris, she come into meditation. I got in touch with her at least with a couple of calls. I didn't talk to her, let go. And rise up just to here. Off her heart. And pull into yourself, fingers come down. And then take arms out again. Opposite arm comes under. This is where it's like, oh, Shelly, what did I do? That's what I did. Okay. And we take our elbows to whatever place they're gonna go. And let's take a look over one shoulder. Weather vein here. And wind vein. If it was the wind vein, we would be going really crazy. But right now there's not much wind out there. So that's kind of nice. A little reprieve. Back to center one more time each side. Back into center, release those arms. And let's just shake them out a little bit.
I have called it and I have texted.
Good. Any response?
What?
Mom's better, you probably know that already. Let's go ahead and cross our legs over. And let's make some circles with our ankle. That feel good. And then she had a possibility of 2 nurses that needed a place to stay. So I'm hoping I hear from them because maybe let's go ahead and circle that and I can work something out with my casita and them. Staying in a hotel room because they were in one place and they had to leave that place or something.
They were travel nurses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then sitting up again, straight and tall. Let's go ahead and take the opposite hand to the top knee. Okay. Your other hand behind you, press down. And then let's take maybe a bigger twist than we've done today. But again, taking it just to where you feel you're comfortable taking it. And you really have a nice elongated spine. Even though it's in this spiral, it needs to be long, not crunched on itself. And then we keep that height and we slowly turn back to the front. And we change hands on knee, other hand behind, press down first, make yourself tall, then come on back around to that back shoulder. And then letting ourselves come forward here. Let's go ahead and take it into figure 4 now. So find your lower foot, line up with ankle, line up with knee, okay? So that we're not like this or out, because you've got pressure coming down here and we don't want to take the knee into a weird angle, okay? And then just holding on here, sitting up straight and tall, flex into this top foot, should feel it right in this nice cushy area on the side of our hip. Let's go ahead, holding on to our shin, pull ourselves forward, bending into elbows. You should feel this a little more now because you're putting more weight into that area. And then bring yourself back up, inhale. And chest leads, exhale. Rolling in, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, please. And then bringing ourselves back up. And then releasing that top leg. And let's reverse. The other one comes and crosses over. And let's take some circles with that ankle. Didn't need you to help me that time. I didn't need you to help me that time. I knew which leg was which. Shelley, help me. Sometimes when I'm on Facebook Live, I say, I wonder where Shelley is. Too bad she can't tell me something right now. Right, let's go ahead and go around in the opposite way.
I just have to mirror you or I am totally lost.
Yes, that's why I don't like using left and right, because some people rather mirror, some people want to, do it a different way. And I know like Chris does not, she gets real confused with left and right. So I try not to do that. Especially, when you're facing people too, and then when you're Facebooking, it's you say left and it looks like right on Facebook. I don't know how to censor it.
And we only have 2 to choose from.
I know it really, yeah, not 360. Take the opposite hand to the knee, place your hand behind you, get your spine longer first before you go into that twist, and then go ahead, take a look behind you.
You wouldn't believe how many surgeons get mixed up, and that sounds scary,
Oh
but
my
it's.
God, yeah, because you're looking down at them, right? So you're looking.
And so we have to orient them to left or right sometimes. That's
Wow,
weird.
that is scary. Go ahead and unwrap yourself.
It's
Take
human.
the opposite hand. Yeah, well, that's how we are designed, right?
Yeah.
We're designed to see and think and feel. We're looking over that other side. And then slowly unwinding with a really long spine, and then take yourself into figure 4. And match that foot underneath so that the heel is underneath your knee, really supporting that knee strongly. Because again, if I were like this, I'm putting in an ankle I really don't want to have in my knee with weight on it, okay? Sitting up, pull back here, feel it here, okay? You release it, you're still gonna feel it, but not as much. So it depends. If you want that, take it. Hands on our shin, and let's pull that heart forward. Exhale as you come back into chin to chest. Inhale, so just another kind of flowing cow and cat. Anything that we can get those vertebrae to become enlivened. And so those gurus that looked at us will not be able to guess our age. They'll think we're in our 30s or our 40s. Rather than our 60s or 70s. You say youth is dependent on the health of your spine. And then sitting up again, straight and tall here. Let's go ahead and release that leg. And let's take our feet out, toes out, heels in. Finding yourself again, lining up joints, right? Lining up stuff. So I just noticed my foot was a little like that, so I'm taking it. So take that time to do that, right? And then from here, let's go ahead, take our blocks, if you have them, to the inside of your feet, right? So have blocks, no worries. You can do, I'll give you some other options here. But as we're here, press solidly into the four corners of both feet, because as we're here, your inside of your feet want to take more weight, and we want to go like this. Pressing down sends that energy to keep things really in alignment, and you're working your glutes and your thighs, your quadriceps more, pressing down into those feet, okay? So let's go ahead down, hand to block. If you don't have that block, just take your forearm on your thigh, okay? And then the other hand stays on your thigh. Press down on that opposite thigh, okay? As you're looking down at the block or that side of your body. And then if you want, look up, inhale. Exhale as you look back down towards your hand or forearm. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, take it down with your neck, okay? And pressing into your thigh is opening up that side body a little bit, believe it or not. So press down with both hands. One more time, look up, press down with all four corners of your feet. Exhale. It'll look like we're doing nothing, but we were actually doing a lot. Take hands, bring yourself back up, press into all four corners of your feet. Mine want to go like this, keep pressing. In fact, take your hands to the center before we do the other side. Press in with your hands, no, press out with your hands, in with your knees. Use that arm strength that you developed in those first 10 minutes of class today, and use it now to do this isometric building of strength in the legs and arms and core. This is a pretty total workout right here. Now you have to buy all those fancy dancy equipments. Release, exhale. Whew. We'll do the other side after we do this coming down here. So either here, forearm on thigh, or hand on block. And you can have that block at any level. And it's much better, but not totally. So yeah, I'm still being pretty protective of it, because when I don't, it tells me. Other hand comes onto your thigh, press down with both hands, right? Or forearm. So you have two things, energies going downward into your legs, and you've got the feet pushing downward. All you have pulling upward is all the resistance, right? Your upper body, shoulder. Go ahead and look up, inhale. Exhale, take a look down. Keep pressing into your feet, your arms, inhale up. Exhale, take a look down. One more, inhale up. And exhale down. Good. And then slowly bringing yourself back up. Whew. Let's take our hands on the outside of our knees or thighs or wherever you're able to reach, because our anatomy is different. You know, shorter arms or longer arms. Press inward with hands, outward with your knees. Come on, we can do it. Press down with your feet. 2. Feel this in those glutes. Oh my goodness. If you're really pressing, you're feeling it in your arms, into your pecs, into your core. 2 more big breaths here. We can do it. Power it up, fire it up. And exhale. Whew. Let the knees cave in. Let those blocks cave in if they're going to cave in too. And just let the knees come in, come to the inside part of your feet. And get this little bit of internal rotation here. But we don't get a whole lot of. And come back into homeostasis, come back into your breath. That raise up my heartbeat and my breathing rate a little bit more, just doing that. And then go ahead and place the feet back down. And this is where it's yogi's choice. You can stay in your chair or you can come up and down for goddess. The first couple, I'm going to stay in my chair. And again, realigning everything right. Knee, toes in the same direction. Things are lined up. Arms come to your level. And goddess can be right here. Okay. You don't have to go all the way up for goddess. Wherever that is for your mobility, find it and then pull down. Exhale. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, pulling down. Those that want to come out of your chair, inhale, we lift. Exhale, we bend. Inhale, we lift. Lengthen, exhale, we bend. Inhale, lifting to whatever feels right for you. And exhale, bend. 2 more, in. And exhale. Hands come on your thighs. And just take and rock a little bit. Not too much. No, this one. Oh, okay. I think there should be that little thing right there. Good. And then squatting on down just a bit, holding on to thighs. Let's take one shoulder forward, the other one back. Take a look behind you. Bring yourself forward and reverse, coming back in that opposite way. And then back. Lengthen your legs. We're going to go ahead and stand a bit with our chair. Okay, so let's go ahead and take ourselves behind the chair. And let's just take ourselves up to the balls of our feet. Tightening up all the muscles in our legs as we do that. And exhale, slowly bring ourselves back to our heels and all the way out to your heels. So lift your toes up, right? Hold on here. Really good stretch into your Achilles and into your calves. I'm going to take a major hike on Sunday. Go ahead, lift back up. It's I don't think I've never done it before, but a friend has. And I wanted to see where it is. It's the one that you hike to where the TWA crash was. Has anybody heard of that?
Is that in the gorge?
It's here in the San Diego.
Oh.
I'm sure Lydia knows because she lives out kind of that area. Come back up, inhale.
I've been on the
into
tram when
everything.
they talk about that.
Yeah, so they talk about it, yeah. Never hiked it. And she's a runner. And we're going with her friend who's a runner, come back onto those heels. And I'm thinking, I don't know. She says it's a hard, challenging one. Let's do one more time. Lift. Hang out here. Maybe one hand lifts off. Really tighten through all your muscles. Take the other hand down, and then this one up. And send it down and come on down. So I'm hoping that I can be okay. And let's go ahead, just move back in your chair a little bit. Your arms are there. And take one leg and let it come out, externally rotate, then cross your body, internally rotate. Take it slow. So we're not hiking and picking it up. We're slowly crossing our body. You're going to feel that we're lifting that heavy weight of our leg. You can even just lift it an inch or two. Okay, doesn't have to be high. You can flex that foot. I wouldn't point because when you come through the center, you might stub your toe. So just be cautious. Let's do one more to the outside. One more, cross it over and put it down. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't do a lot of hiking. And so it'll be interesting to see, because I just basically walk my dogs and do this, how I hang with that. You know, my muscles will probably be okay, but I'm not sure about my breathing. So we'll see. And now let's take the other leg out, flex it
You're so strong.
and
You'll
send
do
it
great.
across. I'm strong, but I don't have my cardio. Like Lydia's she's super cardio woman now after her recovery, everything she's done. And I really need to work on that. So anyways, I don't know. if
Is
I
she
did the whole
doing this
thing.
hike?
Lydia, no, it's another friend of mine. Just ran a half marathon for this week. So, we'll see, but Mark, he won't be able to do it with his lungs right now, where they are. We have friends coming in, one more, just cross and place down. And then separate your feet about the distance of the legs of your chair, okay? So it's not too far, like we were just in Goddess, but about the chair distance. And then go ahead and come up onto the balls of your feet and lean over onto the ball of one foot. Remember, when we're using chair's balance, it's press down, not pull back, okay? So we are leaning on one a little bit more, try to pick the other foot off the ground, see where it goes. And then place that foot down back to about that distance of the chair. Stay high on the balls of your feet unless your legs cramp up, please don't stay up. And try to lift that one up. And then take it down. And then come slowly back to your heels. Good. And then let's walk back, keeping our feet about that distance. Walk on back and take a nice stretch in the back side of your legs. Feel that. Should feel good. Let your head dangle. Usually try to keep it in alignment with your spine, but right now, let it go. And having your hands supported on that chair, try to take your heels out just a bit. And that's going to open up that pelvic girdle a little bit more. Feel that spreading in the glutes. Tailbone is right in the center of all that energy there. And then lift your head so biceps are by your ear. And then walk on back to the chair. Good. And then we're going to go ahead, standing at the chair. Have your feet behind, underneath your knees. Knees under hips, everything in alignment. Go ahead and bend down. Maybe walk back just a bit of the chair. So bend down a bit, looking back down at our feet. Lift the toes a little bit. Feel your weight distribution on your heels, right? And so we squat to wherever it feels right. We take one arm forward, maybe the other arm, and we come into chair pose, right? So maybe we're as low as the chair, maybe not. Maybe arms are coming out from shoulders, they're forward, or a true Utkatasana would be biceps by your ears, which is a little bit more challenging. So please just take your arms where they feel right to do your chair. And then bring yourself up, take your hands to the chair. If we remove them, come up onto the balls of your feet. And exhale down. Let's do that peak pose one more time. Come up on to bending into knees, feet back, toes up, back onto the heels with your weight. Tailbone goes back, right? And then one arm off the chair, forward or to the side. Maybe the other arm off the chair, forward or to the side. For Utkatasana, biceps by your ears. And we also pull that chest up just a bit more. Chair pose. And then hands on the chair. Come on to long legs. And just bend into your knees a little bit here. And then take the feet, a little bit farther apart, maybe than the legs of your chair. Toes out, heels in, bend into your knees just a little bit. And then holding onto the chair, take some circles with your hips. As you do, you'll notice the knees move too, okay? So keep them kind of in that same kind of circular motion as your hips. And then reversing that.
Have you driven back to that monastery before?
I haven't.
Monastery in the desert, or Christ Church in the desert or something. Yeah.
So beautiful.
That is a beautiful drive. And then coming on up. And now let's just do a little bit with the chair turned in the opposite way, this way. I'm sorry, I just realized you guys weren't seeing what I was doing very well out there. I apologize. I hope I explained it well enough. And you guys can take your palms to the chair, or your fists, or your forearms, okay? And actually, let's all go to our forearms. And walk back just a little bit, okay? So your legs and your hips are kind of lined up, your back is nice and long. And just let that tailbone go back with your forearms on the chair. Your forehead comes close to the front of that chair. Just feeling nice stretching in the spine, in the shoulders, in your legs. And then lifting our head up. Let's take our feet back a little bit farther, okay? So we're coming into forearm plank rather than regular plank that we have our arms on the chair, okay? We have our hands on the chair, we have forearms now. And then come high on the balls of your feet. Walk the feet back maybe a little more. Walk your body forward. Can you balance your weight on your forearms and on the balls of your feet? We are in forearm plank here. Really strengthening for your core, and it doesn't hurt our wrists, okay? Plank can really do damage to wrists. And same thing, well, plank more than down dog, but if you're not doing down dog correctly, you can't you walk your feet on in, bend into your knees, and lift your body off the chair. Arms rise to a big V, and pull down into cactus, offer heart. And then rise up into that V, and exhale, hands. Good. All right, let's sit in the chair and we'll find our strap. So if you guys don't have a strap, don't worry about it. But if it's not a strap, it can be a scarf, it can be a leash, it can be a belt, or it could be your arms, okay? Don't have to have that strap. Drink a little water if you need. Yay, Shelley's yawning and she's working her cells, and the cells need a little more oxygen, so good. All right, let's go ahead and take the center of the strap to one of our legs, feet. And lift up to about hip height if that feels comfortable for you. Good. And from here, just sit up with a straight spine. So we're doing a half dandasana, or half staff pose here. One leg forward, sitting on our sits bones, spine nice and straight. And then let's go ahead, take strap in the hand of the leg that you're holding, and I said that right. The hand of the leg that you're holding takes a strap, and we take it to the side. There we go. I had to picture that in my mind. Is that right? I didn't sleep well last night. Then let's go ahead and bring it on back. Just one excuse. Switch hands. And then let's take it across our body. And we feel that. And here maybe. And then take it on back. Good. And then take one hand on one side of the strap, one hand on the other. and press through your foot. Let your spine come back at an angle, okay? So we're not coming all the way back to the chair. We're just coming back enough to angle ourselves. Maybe the leg rises a little bit more. You take it to where it feels right for you. But right now you should be feeling this in your core because we're at that angled back. And we're feeling it as a balancer too. We're balancing on our sits bones. And then we're gonna let that leg come down and release the strap and take it into the other foot. And lift that leg up. Sitting up straight off of your sits bone, so there's no angle in our spine right now, and that leg just comes out from our hip, okay? And just sitting up and finding that nice straight spine as if we were up against a wall. And imagining what that would be like if both legs were out into that Dandasana, our staff pose. Same hand as foot, take strap, similar. And let's take it on out. Opening up into the inside part of our leg there. Here in Canada. And then go ahead, cross over, switch hands, cross that body in the center line. Trying to maintain a straight spine. Doing that and holding onto the strap helps me do that because I can just pick myself up from this, right? Oh, I went to see Evelyn yesterday. You guys met Evelyn, right? Remember Evelyn? She used to come to Wednesday's class all the time. She was having a hard time walking. Yeah. And then go ahead, lean back, lift up. So she's just deciding to do her classes from home now, but she's still a really active lady. I went to her beautiful home and had tea pockets. Yeah.
I think I sat next to her at Adrian's benefit thing.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she just came out with her book and I bought one of her books. And it's a book that she's donating all the proceeds to the Grief Center for Grief. Gonna put that down. Ooh, now let's try both feet. Stake them together. Maybe you need to hold on with your hand on the chair to help lift those legs up. Okay. See where you're at. Holding on. Lean back. So we're not in staff pose completely, because staff pose, we would have our spine perpendicular to the ground. I'm not able to do that, maybe you guys are. And it's like we're driving our feet, driving Miss Daisy. Yeah. Driving Miss Daisy's the play that we're gonna have down there.
Have you been over there?
Yeah, you know what, we should go together. That'd be fun.
Who's having it?
It's the play here. Is that a Joby Theater? Is that what that's called?
No,
It's down here.
just right down.
It's down here, the one on 4th Street across from
I've
Raymond.
been wanting to see a play.
Let's all go. It'll be
Okay.
fun. It started already. We better see it pretty soon. Started on the 29th.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and let the strap come down and let's do a little bit of eagle. And we're gonna move with eagle, okay? So our arms are gonna come up. Our right leg's crossing over. Our left arm comes under. Here I am gonna use right and left. And then we reach up, both arms in now. Right down, exhale. Inhale it up. Releasing arms. Releasing leg. Arms rise. Left leg comes over. Right arm comes under. Pull your arms together. Inhale, left. And it doesn't really matter if you just do one or the other, just do it. It's just, that's the way we were trained, is do that, so It makes sense to me. Go ahead, release, let the leg down, cross over back to the other one, arms rise up, and left under right. Doesn't really matter, you guys just cross, and just keep crossing opposites, okay? Inhale, pull down. Yeah, I gotta check on that. April 29th, when it went on, go ahead and uncross and recross. when it started out, I seemed so far away, and now it's already, what is this, May 3rd? Or 2nd today? Or 3rd. Oh my gosh. And May's a crazy fast month with all the activities, including Shelley's birthday. Go ahead, one more time each side. Are you gonna be here for your birthday, or are you gonna be gone? It's next Tuesday. Okay, good.
I'm,
Yeah.
I have 2 grandchildren who have birthdays too. And
my daughter too.
the
One more
11th
time.
is Taji's graduation from graduate
Yes.
school.
Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. And this is the last, bring it on down. Bow, 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 and up, and release, legs release. Sitting into our straight, strong posture here. Let's go ahead and take some cat and cows, okay, or cow and cats. Upward cow, move, inward cat. Now, on your own. Get into breath and move in here. I'm gonna be silent. We're gonna do this several times.
Then there's
Maybe
Mother's Day.
almost a minute. Yeah. That's gonna treat myself to a hike, and then Mark and I are gonna go to the studio tour in Placitas in the afternoon. And then tour the garden tours this month. One of them, the Northeast Heights one.
Interesting how bad the wind's gonna be on Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost Christmas.
Oh, God. 2 more. Good, you guys. All right, let's let both arms come forward. Pull back on one, shoot that arrow. And release. Pull back on the other one. And release. Just got my target redone because I left it out in the sun stupidly and it deteriorated the material. So I had to get a new type of material to put on it. So I'm gonna start shooting over at my place in Bernalillo because we've kind of lost our space in our house over here, and then the dogs, I don't wanna accidentally shoot my dog. Let's do one more time each side. Pull back and release. Back. And release. And let's pull back, double bow here. And release forward. Pull back. Take it forward, inhale. 2 more. Pull back. Pull the rowing machine, inhale. And pull back. Speaking of rowing machines, I guess you guys probably know, hands on shoulders, and let's just do some circles. And you guys too, on Fridays, Denise is teaching at 9 at the circuit class. So it's back up and running. So come if you like. She teaches a great class always. Go ahead back. And always, makes it different. So.
And there's always modifications. That's
And
what I
yes.
appreciate.
And you always get those modifications, which you need, right? 1 up, 1 down. And let's do that stretch. One more set. A lot of arm work today. Let's go ahead and release our arms down. Sitting straight and tall and proud, and a really good samastiti. Tadasana, finding breath. Releasing hands down. Let's do several arm salutations, sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale down into heart center and bow as you do that. Inhale, lift and look. Exhale, open like a flower, slowly blooming, chin to chest. Rise up, and if you've been watching those flowers slowly blooming about your house, it's so neat that every day there's a little something else coming out. It's a little beautiful head. And its green body. It's so nice when something you planted last year comes back. It's not just surviving, it's thriving. Kind of keep that water going for our poor little guys. 2 more, please. We'll end at heart center. And let's repeat. I honor the place in you
We honor the place in you
where the universe dwells.
where the universe
Dwells.
well
Dwells.